will not forget that night at Subterranean. It was summertime and it was raining. I was headed down the block to pay the meter for my car. That's when I saw the sad girl in the rain. I don't know who needs to hear this, but know that someday it will get better. I know life sucks sometimes, I don't always like mine, but I know that someday it will get better. She was crying, real tears were streaming down her face. I could tell that she was in so much pain. So I reached out for a hug and she came in and snuggled up. I told her everything will be better someday. I don't know who needs to hear this, but know that someday it will get better. I know life sucks sometimes, I don't always like mine, but I know that someday it will get better. I don't know who needs to hear this, but know that someday it will get better. I might not know much about you or what you're going through, but I know that someday it will get better.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna go where people know the people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Happy fucking Wednesday. That's right. Rest in peace, Norm. You got it.
Hell yeah. It's a good
R.I.P.
tribute.
George Wentz.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The dude did a fantastic job on that show. Absolutely
Fuck
brilliant.
It's a dog-eat-dog world, Sammy, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Made his way with a whole bunch of quips.
Oh, yeah. Whipster.
How's everybody doing today?
All good. You?
Not too bad.
Did I
I get a
this in the mail?
free comic book day.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was happy about that.
Yeah, I get to start footing the bill for an instrument now, because next year starts the requirement of band or choir, and the kid decided he wanted to do band. So.
Drums?
No, he... worse. Way worse.
Way worse.
Trumpet.
Tuba.
No, trombone.
Oh, shit. That's going to be fun.
Trombone?
Although
not too bad.
his buddy across the street is doing band as well and did trumpet. I was like, perfect. You have the start of a fucking ska band right there. Let's go, boys.
Gonna say, you're getting in the right track there, gentlemen.
Get a sax player, and they're fucking sold, man.
Oh, who's out there? Oh, look. What the hell happened, Dave? You left fucking Meter and Lucas beat you today?
Sparkleafy! Oh my goodness.
Putting away
Sorry, I'm
stuff.
jumping
James is
the gun.
out there, Dusty, and Giz. What's happening, Giz? How are you, buddy? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I gotta go find a damn trombone now for the kid. So,
Nice.
to be honest,
Awesome.
of all the things, I'm like, you got these short little T-Rex arms, and you want to play a trombone that requires you to go way the fuck out here?
Yeah, it's got a pretty long stretch on it, honestly.
Yeah.
I've tried one before because I played trumpet for like a little bit, just when I was like experimenting with instruments when I was younger. Because like I played piano for a little bit and I played trumpet because everybody in my family plays trumpet. I'm like the black sheep on my mom's side. Everybody plays trumpet or clarinet.
Was it his uncle, not my brother, Jackie's brother, played trumpet. Jackie played trumpet, and then her other brother played saxophone.
Nice.
So he decided, well, since they can't do sax, maybe I'll do clarinet. Then when we went to their little band meeting thing that they had yesterday for new kids, they had a little trial thing, and he could not get the reed noises easy, so he immediately gave up. And I was like, well, let me try these brass ones.
Trumpet and those are harder,
Then
I
he
think.
went to trombone. He's like, oh, well, I can make noise come out of it, so we should do that one. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. And it is probably karma biting me in the ass, because for this reason. One of his buddies, Kingston, was there, and his mom was trying to get him to do trumpet or clarinet or something not so loud and obnoxious. And Kingston got a hold of that fucking trombone, and he's just making all kinds of noise. He goes, and I just see him, his face lights up, and he goes, talking to the music lady, she goes, so what do you think? He goes, trombone. She goes, and his mom, I hear his mom, we'll see, we'll talk about it. And as they're walking by, I go, don't let her talk you out of it. Go with the trombone. That's all you, buddy. She goes, he's practicing at your house. I said, I don't have to let him in. He can stand outside.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would
Brass
have.
instruments are fucking loud, dude.
Yeah.
You don't think about it, but they're fucking loud as shit. Like with a guitar, at least you can put on headphones and plug in, and play. But with a trumpet, there is no muting it unless you have a mute. But then it doesn't sound like a trumpet anymore. It sounds like fucking like you're in Dixieland, like a jazz fucking sound, and like you have to be a pro to use one of those.
Yeah.
Like a wah-wah pedal for your fucking.
If they would allow
for your
them to
trumpet.
choose accordion, I would have loved to see that kid play the accordion.
Wow, what's wrong with accordion?
Go
Accordion's rad, Giz.
Go fucking join a polka band or a Zydeco band down in Louisiana.
Yeah, Weird Al plays accordion, man.
Yeah.
He's quite adept at it as well.
Hell yeah, he is.
To think about that, they gotta be able to move their fingers pretty goddamn quick to hit all those goddamn buttons that are on there.
At the
I'm
same
just
time
saying.
as they're moving laterally as well.
And then
Yeah.
plus, and then you're keeping air through the whole thing, so you're doing chords
Yeah.
on this side with the air, and then you're playing the melody with this hand. Yeah, it's fucking tricky.
Yeah.
My bass player from my band Early April, his mom used to play the accordion pretty well actually, and she knew like Serbian and like Greek folk songs and shit.
What's
Pretty cool.
What's crazy is their band at this age, they don't do any string instruments. They do brass, woodwinds, and then
percussion.
percussion. And their percussion is
Yep.
a snare drum and bells. That's it.
Interesting.
Really,
See, we
no
didn't
bass,
get
no
a choice. If you did
timpani.
percussion, you had
No.
to learn all that shit.
They have a bass, but
That's
the
what it was in
school
my
stays
school.
at a bass. The
The
bass stays at
percussionists
school.
played everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meddled
go-
in a bunch of different shit because of that. I know that I never would have if not being forced to, but
Oh, bagpipes
was
would be
never in
fucking
band.
rad too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Go nuclear with the bagpipes.
There was a fucking when I was in Afghanistan in this would have been 2004. We had this Air Force doc that was on rotation for his Air Force. They were there 3 to 4 months max, and then they would rotate out. And this doc every day at around 6 o'clock, he would go stand on top of one of the bunkers and play the fucking bagpipes for like an hour in this fucking kilt that he had made out of fucking BDUs. And I'm going, what the fuck, man? And he just loud as he could possibly play them, and all kinds of random fucking songs. I'm like, you're just trying to get us fucking killed because you're only here for a couple days, but alright, man. You do you, boo-boo.
Shoots and Ladders by Korn. Ring around the rosy.
Yeah.
I can fall apart.
Like,
He always threw in random bagpipes in some of their tunes.
Fuck yeah.
there's a fucking... I was just thinking, I was like, you know the kid doesn't do any running, so he's kind of not a... He's not very good with keeping his breath. I'm like, he's going to learn how to keep his breath now, because if you're going to play a brass instrument, you're going to learn.
Yeah, any blowing instrument, like even a harmonica, you run out of fucking breath super fucking quick. You gotta fucking learn about fucking circular breathing and all that shit.
I was watching it.
There it is. Except the bottom is cut off.
When I was watching him try the different instruments, the brass instruments that he did try, his little face just fucking puffed up like a goddamn chipmunk, bright
Louis
fucking
Armstrong in
red.
it?
Oh yeah, he looked like he was gonna pass the fuck out.
Yeah, I would always feel like I was gonna pass out when I would play trumpet.
It's probably why they make him sit.
Right. Meanwhile, they let us all of us fucking ADD crackheads in the fucking back doing percussion, run around like chickens with our heads cut off.
What's crazy is I was expecting him to do something like that because, you know, he likes to bang on shit. And no, alright, dude, you do you. I'm kind of mad that there's no string instruments, like no fucking guitar or anything like that, where, you know.
That's probably not till middle school kind of shit.
Yeah, that's what they said.
We didn't have any of that. Like, even in my high school, they added electric bass my senior year of high school in the band. And I was a guitar player. I really didn't fuck with bass much at that point. So I was like, well, I have no desire to join the fucking band.
And now you play bass.
Yeah, exactly. So weird. I probably play more guitar than I do bass. Because when I'm here, I don't just usually pick up the bass. Occasionally, but I'm usually playing acoustic. That guitar I restrung and did some setup on for my mom's friend's husband, I didn't want to give it back to him. It was so fucking nice. And I even told her, I told my mom, I was like, I took it out and I was playing it. I was like, holy shit, because they're not like made of money. I was like, this thing plays like $1,000 fucking guitar, man. And she was like, no way. I was like, yes way. This is a nice ass guitar. And they came and picked it up, and I was like, dude, this thing is nice. He's like, yeah, you know, I picked it up used, you know, a new Martin, you know, will run you back, but you know, I dropped $1,000 on it, and I pointed at my mom. I was like, I was like, don't question Bruce Dickinson.
Martins ain't fucking cheap, man.
Right, I know what a fucking guitar feels like. Like, I know what a piece of shit feels like, and I know what a good guitar feels like. I've been playing for fucking 30 years, man. 30 plus now, I think. Yeah, 94. 93, 94, I got my first guitar.
Yeah, there's...
32 years. It's crazy.
Yeah, the only thing I was not a fan of was it was 30 minutes of death by PowerPoint from the fucking band instructor there. I'm like, how about you just give me a couple of handouts and send me on my fucking way? I don't need to sit here for 30 minutes for you to
play a couple
introduce
bars for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, what she graduated from University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. Was it with something in playing and teaching music or something? I don't fucking know.
performance and instruction.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And she still performs. She's like, well, I still perform with one symphony and some other band. I was like, all right, well, good for you. Don't care. I don't honestly care to know the kids' teachers. I really don't. Just know that you're fucking. You know what you're doing. Teach them well. I don't need to hear about you for 30 minutes.
It's my uncle's arm. That's how much he's into trumpet. He was in the army band. When he was in the army, he played trumpet in the army band.
That's cool.
He played for Obama's inauguration, I believe. He's played Hail to the Chief for quite a few presidents, I believe. So, yeah, pretty cool.
That was cool.
Means he's really fucking good if he made it to
veterans thing. Yeah, he's good. He can play his ass off.
Yeah, because if you're not good, you can't get in the
theater and stuff.
Like, each post has their own army band, but in order to be able to play for the president and shit like that, you have to be really fucking good. You gotta be top tier.
Collector, too. All kinds of instruments.
And you just get the kid to learn. Tell him we need to buy you a bugle. Teach him the fucking bugle. You can do that. Although that's probably way harder.
I can still play the bugle. No, bugle's easy because well, it depends on what kind of bugle. Like army bugle, which has like no buttons or anything, like you can't hit a wrong note on it because it's only bum 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 bum. You know what I'm saying? It plays like a scale. Like it only plays the notes of the scale. And then there's a valved bugle, which they don't really play anymore, but they used to play in marching bands, which has 2 buttons and then a finger valve, and then regular trumpet has 3 valves on top and no finger valve down here. My parents and my whole family on my mom's side were all into marching band. That's how my mom and dad met, was in band.
So they're the epitome of this one time at band camp?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Crazy.
I almost got kicked out of band camp for smoking.
What's happening, Socorro?
Our high school we didn't have our own band camp, so they sent us to the band camp at the local Bible college. It was like 2 overnights and then a big performance on the 3rd day. And I was already smoking a pack and a half a day at that point during school, so it wasn't no big fucking thing. And the Christian campus was a 0 tobacco campus, so I'd spent half the time there sneaking out and trying to find places to dip out and fucking puff a quick butt. And I got caught twice, and the second time they threatened to kick me out. And I was like, fine, take my cigarettes, even though I had 3 other packs in my backpack.
Gotta love it. Oh,
Yes, shipment is coming tomorrow.
Speaking of things of that nature, getting caught up and things, kudos to the local brick and mortar here. They actually had fucking advocacy shit posted today.
Wow.
Yeah, because that July 1st deadline where the government's going to go after all of the little small fucking geek bars and things like that. So they had shit with QR codes to get a hold of the local representatives, the federal representatives. I was like, look at you boys. Actually doing what you're supposed to do in this case. Well done.
Good shit. Good. We're on the opposite end of that. I just got confirmation from the owner this week that the only brick and mortar shop here in town that sold everything you needed, like bottles, Nick, VG flavoring, complete commercial fucking liquid, whatever you fucking needed, just shut down officially. Like, for good. Closed their doors. Didn't even do a going out of business sale. They just went, we can't fucking do this anymore. Closed the fucking doors, pulled all the fucking signs down.
Damn.
Sucks.
What's happening, church?
Third or
In
fourth
Socorro?
brick and mortar
I don't know if
shop
I
that's
said
shut
hello.
down in the last couple months.
Oh, they're all gone here.
Sucks, man. They were holding on strong for a hot fucking minute, but with the fucking rise of disposables and all the fucking headache with actually running a vape shop nowadays, I can't say I blame them. It just sucks.
There's only a couple that actually I would consider full vape shops. Like the local brick and mortar I'm talking about isn't really a full vape shop. They're like a vape / head shop. So it's a half and half. And the few that are still in business, it's like they don't see any customers. Because every time I've walked into them, the stores are really clean. They look great, but there's never anybody in there. Like, I remember I used to be able to walk into a brick and mortar, and there would be like 10, 12, 15 people just fucking hanging
into
out.
a cloud, yeah.
Yeah. Now, no. Nothing.
I haven't seen that in such a long time.
Yeah, it's been like probably fucking 8, 9 years since I've seen that at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
There used to be some vape stores around here where builders, you come in, you build your coil, you try out new stuff. Oh, amazing.
Well, yeah, because I remember there was one shop before we bought the house. There was a brick and mortar like 3 blocks from, not even 3 blocks from the house. And I used to hoof it there from the apartment, and like 3 days a week, they had a builder on staff there. They'd build you whatever the hell you want, and they just charge you whatever the cost of the wire was. They had fucking in-house juice mixers, which was crazy to think. And then at least twice a week, sometimes 3 times, they'd have stupid shit in there, like cloud comps and mixing competitions or whatever, just to keep people in the door.
Get people going through, yeah. It was smart.
And
What do I need here?
they even had a couple little vape shows up here, and then those died out like 7 years ago.
Yeah, the last big brick and mortar here that people used to actually hang out at got to the point where they brought in like a pool table, a foosball table. They put like a fucking Xbox in the corner. Like, they set up a whole little fucking chill spot, and still you walk in and you're the only fucking person in that joint. It's like,
Yeah. Like,
sucks.
the only one that I've ever seen people in, and it's usually, when I say seen people in, it's them looking through the wall of fucking juice or the wall of disposables, and they're there for 5-10 minutes trying to figure out what they want, and then they bail.
Yep.
At this point, it's kind of like they may as well just be a fucking drive-through. And you have a little fucking menu on a sign, tell them what you want, and they grab it off the wall and close down the entirety of it. They could probably run them more like those little tiny drive-through coffee shops that you see everywhere that look like they came on the back of a small trailer. Yeah. Damn church, that's been a while. 'Cause I think Heavy left that he left that thing, what was that, 6-7 years ago that he left that?
Yeah, at least 7 years ago or so, 6 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Fuck. But then again, there's not a lot of, I guess at this point, I think I don't know if I'll call it the novelty of it. I think the novelty of it wore off for people, and there's only a select few that are still going and doing the same things. Like, most people I met around the area that did, I haven't heard or seen from them in fucking years now.
Yeah, I saw when we our last show that the band played, where we played with Jake Stad's band in the suburbs. There was a girl in the lounge area where you could smoke and vape and shit, and she was vaping and also smoking cigarettes too. She was like dual using and shit, and she was like, "Holy shit, vapor! Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Hey," and she's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "What, this?" She's like, "Yeah, that." And I was like, "What do you mean, a dripper? An RDA?" She's like, "Oh, that's an RDA." She's like, "I heard about those things." Like, they're like legendary.
Grandfather.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Grand.
Because like nobody does this anymore. It's either
From the
pods
before
or like
times, in the
smoke
long
kits,
ago.
you know, with coils that you just replace.
Captain Walker.
It was funny as hell. I heard about those things.
This is my tree star.
Right?
We're the epitome
long,
of the
long
land
ago.
before time.
It was amazing. I was like, wow, we are old vapors now.
Yeah,
We're like a dying breed.
Yeah.
pretty fucking much.
It's hard to find pre-built coils that aren't like $10 for a pair, built by some guy, anymore, unless you order them in bulk from China. And now there's like 105,000% fucking tariff on anything coming from China.
Yeah.
Amazon got coils.
What?
Yeah, I noticed that, but guess where they're coming from? China.
China?
Yeah.
There's still.
They may or may
prices
not
up
take a
here.
month and a half to get to your house. Still,
Yeah.
I did see that though, that there was resistance wire and coils on a couple different listings on Amazon.
As much as Amazon
as
is
well.
bad about some things, I will give them credit. We fucking ran across something the other day the missus was looking at, where it showed the amount of tariff that was added to your fucking bill. I was like,
Wow.
good on you guys for showing what the fucking U.S. is actually doing and throwing some fucking shade back at the government for being cocksuckers.
Well, most people don't realize what a tariff is. You know, they think that the company's paying it. Well, you're wrong.
You're
You're
the
paying
asshole
it.
paying it.
Out of your pocket.
The importer pays it initially, but they pass that fucking cost
Of course.
directly down.
Like,
Right on to you, the consumer.
It's probably gonna kill every fucking Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Every one of those things is all gonna fucking go bye-bye in the U.S. just because they're not gonna be able to afford it. And then the people who were
Walmart's
shopping
crying
there,
already.
yeah,
Even Walmart's going up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying it. Walmart's crying right out of the
Everything
gate.
in Dollar Tree
everybody
is from
behind him's gonna
China.
Cry.
Everything
it's gonna
in
fall
Dollar Tree,
hard.
basically. I mean, I saw everything that came into the store when I worked there. 95% of the products that aren't food are made in China. Literally.
Well, how do you think it's the only way it's going to be that cheap is if it comes from China? It's simple,
Yep.
pure and simple. No ambiguity there.
No, there's not, because you're not gonna find anywhere else in the world where somebody is willing to take less money to make something.
Yeah, and it's not just the less money; it's less environmental laws, less labor
restrictions,
laws, on
period,
and on
yeah.
and on. You know,
Yep.
I mean, we have no one to blame but ourselves. We all wanted cheap, 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 right? So all the companies, in the 70s, they started moving into China. Well,
Yep.
here we go.
They set up the infrastructure to handle it all. And
Yeah.
that's what they do now. So
Uh-oh.
Shit.
Oh, we're good.
Even the fucking cost of shit like eggs is ridiculous now. I mean, doesn't. I watched some video the other day. Some guy was showing the price differences in Costco and how things have exponentially grown. Like it was something that was like 1995 versus current 2025. So 30 years. Yeah, things are gonna naturally go up in 30 years, but not to the extent that you're seeing there. Like fucking what was it? I think it was a pack of 3 ribeye steaks, right? I think it was like, what do you say, like $8 and some change in 95, and now they're like fucking $45 for 3 fucking steaks. You fucking kidding me?
I know it's
Fuck
nuts.
right off.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what? If you're smart about it, you could still have all the produce and meats you want. Just go buy it outside of a city. The city pricing and country pricing are a mile apart.
Oh yeah.
I don't eat red meat like I used to, but when we did, me and a bunch of buddies at work would just go out to a farmer about an hour and a half south of the city. He'd say, "Go pick your cows." I tell him, "No, you go pick the cows, because if I pick it, it'll be a pet."
Yep.
So
Yeah, I don't want to see anything.
no, I don't want to
eating
know.
alive.
But
Yeah.
for
I
me,
want the end
a
product,
steak
yeah.
comes on styrofoam. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's red. It's
Exactly.
chopped up. It wasn't alive as far as I'm concerned. Nope.
If it walks up and licks me, it's a pet.
Yeah, I'm never eating you. You're coming home with me.
If its name was
I
Bessie
agree.
at one point, nah.
Nope. I don't want to know that it had a name. Nope. Meat number 4,272. Thank you.
And you know, it was half the price.
Well, yeah.
And still
I
to this
bet.
day, it's half the price. So
See, and those things don't bother me. Like if like the missus wants fucking chickens, right? We can have them here. I think we're allowed 4 in the city. The problem is the city has this stupid fucking ordinance where, yeah, you can have them. You gotta give them X number of square footage to live in, blah, blah, whatever. But the shitty ordinance with it is that you are not allowed to dispatch and eat your own chickens.
Get fucked.
Yep, go die in a fire. Because once that bitch stops laying,
Completely fucked.
once that bitch stops
It's
laying,
dinner.
it's fucking dinner.
Smoke time.
Damn right.
Goes from
I was
producing
like,
breakfast
I
to
will
becoming
sit
dinner
there
real
and
quick.
I will
So
do.
it's just for eggs?
Yep, that's the only thing you're allowed to have the chickens for, or as pets.
That's
But-
fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely
Oh,
fucking
goodness.
retarded.
Because I know they have a rule like that in Chicago too, but it's you're not supposed to kill them. It's like a don't ask, don't tell thing. Like if your chickens stop laying eggs, you could take them somewhere, go have them fucking taken care of or whatever by like a professional, but they don't want to know about it. Basically,
Yeah, fuck that. I'll
that's
butcher
how it
the
is
chicken
here. I know
myself.
that. They just don't want you doing it on your property without being in like whatever there's ISO rules there are for butchering. I'm sure there's some kind
Yeah.
of
And
some
you know
kind
what?
of rules.
It's valid because, handling
I
raw
get it.
chicken, you're asking for salmonella at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, some dipshit's gonna half-ass it and get himself fucking sick and blame the regulations.
And that's the problem.
Like
is,
every dipshit who has fucking chickens in my neighborhood.
and that's the problem is
exactly.
some people are fucking retarded, and
And they
have,
ruin it for everybody. Yep.
they've never done anything like hunting where they've had to clean a bird. They've never fucking managed to cut up a deer or anything like that where they've had to fend for themselves. So yeah, somebody's gonna fuck it up. But there's even like myself, I don't hunt anymore, but I've cleaned plenty of fucking fowl. I've cleaned plenty of fucking deer. They're all the fucking same. Anything with 4 legs and fur that you eat, you can butcher pretty much the same way because all of the meat set up the same way. All
Everything's-
birds are
that's from the
pretty
guts.
much the fucking same. Yeah, there's some things that make some birds easier to clean than others, but for the most part, they're all the fucking same. You could do it with a fucking guinea fowl that's this fucking big to a goddamn goose. Is the same concept. You want the fucking breast, you know how to cut the breast out of the bird. It's not fucking hard.
Yep.
But, somebody's a fucking idiot. Somebody will kill themselves, which is fine. That's supposed to
Darwinism
happen.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, Darwinism.
Calling the herd.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm fine with getting rid of the idiots. Let them off themselves.
Carlin said it
OTSS.
best.
Only the strong survive.
Darwin
Carlin said it
awards.
best, man. The kid who eats marbles doesn't grow up to have kids that eat marbles.
Exactly.
It's Darwinism at its finest, man.
Yep. Those that drop frozen turkeys into a vat of boiling oil, see ya
Right.
at St. Peter's Gate.
No
Yeah.
shit. At this point, at 2025, yeah.
If you
earn
haven't
your
figured
stupid
that
badge,
shit
you
out,
wear it with
yeah.
pride.
It's called born retarded, can't fix it. Period.
Yep. Can't fix stupid.
And I don't feel bad about having that fucking thoughts on any of them. Fuck them all. In fact, if they all got hit by trucks, it's probably because they weren't looking when they crossed the road. Darwinism. Problem is,
Sweet.
there's so many safety rules in effect for people now that they don't have to be any bit educated in order to fucking live. You can literally go through life blind, and because there's so many safety laws and practices in place, the worst that's going to happen to you is you don't pay attention, step off a curb and break your fucking ankle because you didn't realize there was a pothole there.
But what's wrong with humanity if you have to put a warning on the toaster not to use it in the shower?
They still have to put labels on fucking curling irons that say for external use only.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta
That's
think.
not there by accident.
I think a lot of that shit started
the
with
butt hot.
was that fucking lady in McDonald's who burned herself with hot
Yeah.
coffee so many fucking years
Oh,
ago
yeah.
and sued.
Yep.
So everything has to fucking have a label now.
What do you mean there's no ice? Am I supposed to drink this coffee hot?
The idiot There was a guy in the Winnebago that put on the cruise control and got up to make a coffee, so you can't fix stupid.
No. It does blow my mind sometimes.
Winnebago is not a Tesla.
And even that's sketchy at fucking best.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna put your life in the hands of some computer that's probably a fucking piece of shit.
Speaking of piece of shit Teslas, there's some like, I live right next to the fucking high school here. And they had one of the, I think it was a sectional track meet this weekend. And over the loudspeaker, I hear while I'm outside fucking doing something with the ribs on the smoker, I hear, they don't even read the license plate. Will the driver of the Tesla Cybertruck please go and close your driver door? It is open in the middle of the road. It's gonna get taken off. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, of course it's one of those kind of idiots. Well, it's supposed to do everything for me.
That fucking Cybertruck is Edsel of our time.
It's the fucking
so
ugliest
ugly.
vehicle I've ever
Beyond
seen, dude.
ugly.
I never saw one in person until me and Ed were going to practice on Friday, and I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck is this fucking stainless steel table in front of us?" He's like, "I think it's one of them Tesla trucks." I was like, "Ew."
Yeah.
My
So
uncle had a
hideous.
Volkswagen. He had a Volkswagen Thing.
Oh, I
growing
remember
up,
the things.
And I used to think that was the ugliest fucking car ever made.
No,
and
this
then these
fucking
Cybertrucks came
trumps
along, and
that.
I was like, "Oh my god, they used to could."
You know, it's amazing Volkswagen made it as far as it did, considering they were a large supporter of the Nazi Party way back in the day. And that's where the actual Volkswagen thing came from, was specifically tailored to a fucking one Mr. Hitler.
They hooked the right core demographic when they came over here. They got all the fucking hippies on board.
Well, it's the cheapest vehicle out there, that's why.
Yep. And you mean we
Why
can
they're making the
stuff all
fucking
these
EV.
kids in a microbus?
The
Yeah.
EV fucking buses are here now. We've seen a couple of them here in town. It's like, that's so fucking weird. It looks like a fucking toy, man. They don't have the same feel that the OG microbuses did, man. They're weird.
Yeah, all of that stuff can go kick rocks. Like the idea of electric vehicles to me is still terrible. I'm like, well, we're saving the planet. No, the fuck you're not. Where are you getting all this energy to charge your shit from?
Just diverting, yeah.
all
You're just
from the
diverting
same
where you pull
grid.
from.
Yep.
You're the coal power plant that you're bitching about because they still burn coal because you don't want nuclear power by your house? Well, you're doing the same thing, just in a different
That's
vein.
how you're charging that EV. Yep.
Yep.
Once they perfect hydrogen vehicles, then we'll all be laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Runs
they don't have
on
to use
water,
batteries
man.
anymore.
Yeah.
This car runs on water, man.
They got to figure out a way to charge us for that first before that ever hits the street.
Shit, there's too much of it floating around for free.
Yep.
Can't have
Why
free.
they got the EV market locked down? Because everything EV requires fucking lithium for the batteries, the fucking diodes, and the components. Everything in a fucking EV requires lithium.
Yep.
They don't call it white gold for nothing.
Ugh. Fucking
There we go. That's
gnarly
what we're
things.
looking at.
Gotta love it.
Pre-shake.
So what kind of lemonade
here.
did you go?
This is what I made.
Pomegranate. What the fuck is a bilberry?
So bilberry is like a florally blueberry from Flavor Art. So I'm
Oh, okay.
using that to mingle with the pomegranate because that's kind of got a little floral kind of hint to it too.
Yeah.
And then there was already berry in the RWB, which is the red, white, and blue popsicle blast, and I was using that for the extra lemoniness. And then the red in that was contributing to the pomegranate as well, because it's
Nice.
kind of like a cherry, you know. So I was just kind of like trying to bridge gaps and like connect things together in a weird way to make this.
I like
So
where
we'll
the
see what
head's
it
at
tastes
on
like.
that.
I'll be curious to see if it's harsh on the throat.
We'll see. What's up, motherfucker? Oh, he can't even hear
Who
me
the
yet.
fuck is that guy?
I don't know. It's like some little fucking kid. I didn't make that joke last week, so I had to do this week.
Age verification incoming.
Hey, I'm about to be 30, man.
I know.
Jesus
30, wow.
Christ.
He was up real late with me in Zoom last week, like a big boy after the show.
I'm a big kid now. I can stay up late.
Yeah. I only got 9 more days, and then I'm dirty 30, brother.
I was torturing him, showing him my Minecraft fucking anarchy world.
That was not torture. The torture was all the 555s.
Oh yeah, fuck that crew. Clan, whatever you want to call them, they're fucking losers.
See, but y'all are talking about like the cars and stuff. Hyundai is coming out with the first like giant mass production hydrogen powered EV.
Well, how much that's going for?
The last time I looked is going to be like 80 for the base model. The
Oof.
car look is fucking cool though. It's the the Envision 74? It's the 74 because the concept art was made in 1974, so it
Like
looks
that.
like a straight up Asian version of a DeLorean. It looks fucking cool. I'd
Does it
buy
have
it.
gull wings?
80 grand.
Yeah,
In-
No
I'd-
gull wings?
I'd buy it if it was a gas engine. I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
You ain't getting me to buy any vehicle for 80 grand. They can fuck right off.
Dude,
That's the first one off the fucking line anyway.
Yeah. Oh fuck no.
No.
If
You need like
if it had
6 generations before I even
I was
think
say,
about
call
that.
me for V7 or 8 and we'll
Yeah.
talk.
if it was if it was a normal petrol engine, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
Well, yeah, first one off the line, fucking gas petrol engine. Fuck yeah. Perfectly
I'd
fine
buy
with
that.
that because we already know what gas
You should
engines
do that
do.
if you need to. Yeah.
But fucking
I wonder
wrong.
if I was going to say, I wonder if the first guy that took a Pinto off the line, wonder what he thought.
Oh, God.
The fucking death machine.
I'm gonna turn this into a really cool drag car once they stop selling.
Well, that's the only thing people did do with those motherfuckers after they stopped.
Yep, same with the Gremlins, man. There's a bunch of fucking badass Gremlins on the NHRA circuit right now. Just fucking killing it with giant fucking tires and 20-foot long fucking wheelie bars.
Really? Little tweaked out
Oh, yeah.
gremlins?
Oh
fucking
yeah,
fun.
dude, because you can stick giant motors in those fucking front wells.
My my buddy Goat, who's like a big gearhead, he always like postulated and thought about. He's like, it'd be kind of cool to like put a big old engine in one of those fucking pieces of shit. I was like,
Man,
yeah,
there's some dudes
it
that thought
probably
the same
would.
thing. It's fucking cool, man. To
I
see
mean,
one of
it's
those fuckers just rip ass down the fucking track.
He's
is
like, I'm not gonna do it, but I would like to see somebody do it. You know?
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
that'd
you
be
could drop-
interesting.
You could drop a 427 big block and
Yeah, that's big.
fucking gremlin.
The
Du-
fucking front end will be fucking coming up off that thing probably.
That's why
Dusty,
they have like. That's why
I-
they have like 15-foot wheelie bars.
Dusty, I'm with you. I've never paid more than $12,000 for any vehicle.
Have
Not
you
even.
stepped out of the house in the last 2 years?
Oh, and that's the thing is, I just finished paying off my truck last year, so
Nice.
I have no car payments. The missus doesn't have a car payment because hers is paid off. Granted, hers is now 14 years old. Mine is 13. So, yeah. But I don't buy brand new cars. I only buy used cars. And even the used car market fucking now is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're mental now. TJ, they're nuts for used cars now.
Yeah, because
Mental.
my fucking truck was 12 and a half. So 12 and a half, that was 5 years ago when I bought it. And at that point it was only 8 years old. So it was under 10 years old. It was great for that price. But now there's no way I could sell my truck now for more than what I paid for it. I could probably get 20 grand out of the fucking thing.
Yeah, but
Easy.
now you have to go buy something, and that's where the problem begins.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, nope. I'm running this thing till the fucking wheels fall off.
Y'all brought up the Type 2, the Love Bus. I went to buy a specific model of truck, and I found out what killed the Volkswagen. Like what what made the Type 2 no longer a thing.
And what would
It's called the chicken tax. It was called the chicken tax because after World War II, throughout the rest of the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, we were selling Germany and the European Union so much chicken it was destroying their farmers because we were selling it so much cheaper than them, even after shipping them across the ocean, that they put a 25% tariff on chicken. So we had to completely stop sending them fucking chicken, food products in general. And
Jesus
we
Christ.
hit them. We hit every single company that's not American a 25% tax called the chicken tax on vehicles that were more than 2 seats or can be used to distribute goods. And the Type 2 Love Bus was the reason the chicken tax was put in place.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I wanted a 94 Chevy pickup because that's the a 1500 Silverado. That was the truck I learned how to drive in. I just wanted one. I wanted to pick it up. Nope, can't buy it. Can't buy it. Can't buy it anymore because the car buyout thing that they did in the like 2010, 80% of the vehicles were 94, 95 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. 80% of them. Can't fucking buy one.
Well, you can. It's just going to cost you a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you gotta find one of the
$25,000.
one of the OBS boys that's willing to part with one that they got sitting out back somewhere.
I found one in really good shape. $25,000. Fuck you.
Yep.
I just bought a
I watched a couple guys on YouTube hunt them down just to restore them, looking for the rough shape ones that have been sitting out.
Later,
fucking
Dusty.
Forgotten about for 20 years, and even then,
Night, Dusty.
they're literally pulling shit out of fucking half destroyed barns that they got to wench out, and they're still looking at like 15 grand for the fucking heap that they get out.
It's crazy that like I'd love to get my hands on an old 85 Dodge Ram. That's what I fucking learned. That's what my first truck was. Had fucking the high-low beams on the floor. If you know, you fucking know.
Yeah.
Click.
But I mean, fuck, I'd love to put my kid in that and go, hey, what's that button for? He'd have no fucking clue.
I'm about to pull the trigger on a 68 Mustang.
Oh shit.
It's
Oh, wow.
rough. It's rough, but I'm gonna fix her up in my fucking garage over the next like 6-7 months. The body's good, but the inside is just ripped apart. I'm just gonna gut it and fix it.
Nice.
I'm about to pull the trigger on it.
All right. Well, it is about that time, boys and ghouls. I'm gonna have to dip out of here.
Go make
Nice,
some dinner
buddy.
for the missus.
I gotta go play Chef Boyardee.
Send her the best wishes.
Absolutely. Take it easy, kids. Titties.
Night.
Later. That also, since he's leaving, just as an FYI, there are no kicky punchy on the I'm No Joe channel this week. We have this week off. So, those of you who are interested, you can go back and watch replays or catch us next Thursday. Being as that.
There it is.
I was a Mustang too.
Yeah. So I owned one of those for a day. Yeah. So check it out.
But
I bought it from a friend, and then I realized it was stupid to have that as my only vehicle. Because it was at the time. I sold it back. I gave it back to the dude. He was cool about it. My friend Steve bought it like the next week, and it broke down on him in the middle of like an hour away from home. So
Oh, no.
you got
yeah,
lucky.
probably a good thing that I gave it back. It was too much. It was like, I mean, if you gave it like just the slightest too much gas, it was like fucking like it was just too much car for me.
But,
I
you
just
know,
got-
on those older vehicles, they were much easier to work on than these new ones, or you could fix pretty
Yeah.
much anything your goddamn
I
self.
think it was a 74, I think.
Oh yeah, those are great. No electronics. I mean, the only electrical you got to
wasn't
worry
this
about is
blue,
the
though.
fucking distributor cap.
It was dark blue though. I don't think they have a picture of that color.
Yeah, I just got words. I just got a brand new truck. I got a
Oh, there it is.
2025 Ranger Raptor. It's cheaper than a fucking
This might be
Colorado.
it. It's from Chicago? Washington State. No. This is the same color as mine though. Right here.
Oh, that's a pretty blue
nice.
though.
Yeah.
Gorgeous blue.
That's
That'd-
exactly what
that'd
it
be
looks
cool.
like. Pretty much.
That'd be really cool.
My rims were nicer.
Of course, can you imagine the gas bill having that car?
Right now, fuck no.
Oh boy, that would hurt.
I mean, I just
Yeah, it probably
Ugh.
got like, I don't know.
It probably got
5 miles a gallon.
you probably got
Six.
eight to 10 on the highway, 5 to 6 in the city.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was like 6. Yeah, it was not good. I mean, I drove in it with other people plenty of times, and it was bad.
Yeah, that's
I mean, back then, right? Gas was as cheap as tap water. So
well, yeah, 'cause I remember gas being below
Yeah, I
a
had
dollar a gallon when I got my fucking license, which was fucking great.
I had it in 2000 and it was after my dad passed away, so 2009 or 10 or 11, somewhere around there. I had it.
I've only gotten gas once since I got my license in the first couple of years now. Actually, when my son was still alive, I managed to get gas for 98 cents a gallon. But that's only because we had fucking a whole bunch of money off through whatever fucking program a gallon. And it was only one fill up like that. Just one. It was the cheapest fill up I fucking had in like 20 years.
Shit.
It's
I
fucking
remember when I first started driving, gas was $89, $99, and $1.09
Yep.
for
Yep.
low, middle, and premium.
wow.
89 cents.
And I remember going,
And then when
who
they
the fuck
had,
would
like,
pay
specials,
$1
sometimes it
for
was
fucking
79. It was like,
premium?
whoa. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it was 79, 89, 99 on like those good weekends. You'd be like, woo, shit.
I'm
79
not throw
cents
premium
a
in
gallon.
this bitch.
I would too.
Yeah.
In my
I
old clunker.
remember- I remember when I was a kid, used to go to fucking Circle K, and it was like $1 one.
Awesome. God, if it was like that still.
That's...
Jesus.
That was
I
early
miss paying
2000s.
those prices.
That was early 2000s. Used to go to Circle K, get a Thirst Buster, 'cause that's what they were back before they were Polar Pops, for 79 cents. For 79 cents, and then a $1 for months to go get gas.
Just, fuck, when I got my driver's license, I would go and donate plasma twice a week so that way I could have money for cigarettes all week, a full tank of gas that would get me through the week to and from school and tooling around on the weekends, and enough for at least a case of beer. So I had everything I needed through high school the whole fucking weekend. Oh, I didn't.
I sold weed to do that because I didn't smoke it really at all, like in high school. I just sold it because I knew I could make a profit and I wouldn't be like tempted. And if I wanted to smoke it, I would just be like, if I sold it to somebody, I'd be like, hey, why don't you burn one real quick? I'm feeling fucking frisky. And they'd be like, all right, cool. And they would. And more often than not, it was like African American gangbangers, and they're all about blunts like all day. So it would just be me and like 4 black dudes in a car in the parking lot, fucking just chiefing out, and I'd just be like this in between. I'm like, hey guys, how's it going? They're like, here, hit this. Here, hit this. And because they'd all have their own blunt. They're passing like 3 blunts around with me in the middle, like, and I could barely hang when I was in high school, so I would go back to school and I'd just be like fucking dead. Just like, let this fucking day end, please.
So I'm ready to go
for the
back to
next
sleep.
hour.
Which is funny because once I got to college, because I didn't go to college after high school, I waited till I was like 30, you know, when I knew I was like gonna pay attention. I couldn't even imagine college without being stoned. Like, I would not be able to get through most of those classes without.
Dude,
And I had a lot of early morning classes too, and I had to commute to the city. So I'd smoke before I'd get on the train, and then when I get to school.
some of those lectures that I sat through, they were.
Oh yeah,
insane.
that's what I'm talking about. Like humanities lectures and shit, where it's about a topic I could give two fucks about.
Like, no, even the ones that I did care about, I had some terrible fucking instructors. Just absolutely horrid. Where I'm going, how the fuck did you manage to get a job teaching at the college level? Like,
Yeah,
I
had a couple like that.
my degree is in math and science. I went and there was a chemistry class. I don't remember if it was Chem 1 or Chem 2. I don't fucking remember. But it was the only time I've ever dropped a class during college was because of the fucking instructor. That dude was such a scumbag. Like, if you had a question for him, I told you that in class. Dude,
Oh fuck!
I need clarification, man.
It's your job is to fucking clarify things,
Mind
bro.
you, I had already been out of the army before I went to college. I was out of the army for about about 2 years. So I was 26 when I started college? Somewhere in there, 26, 27. And that fucking dude, like, I had it out with him before I dropped the class. I was like, listen here. I went straight after class. Like, I didn't even go to his fucking office. I was like, no, we're going to do this right here. And I fucking cussed him out, walked directly down to the fucking main office, and I was like, I need to drop this class right now. I was like, this dude is an absolute scumbag, and I need to put in a report against him. Well, he's got a bunch of reports against him already. Then how come he's not fired? Well, because he has tenure.
You don't get fired.
Yeah. Fuck your tenure. I don't care how many years you've been teaching at that college. Fuck right off. If you've got hundreds of complaints against you, like, had I known what I know at the time now, there was a website at the time showing those teachers' ratings and how many reports and shit they had against them.
Oh yeah, like ratemyprofessor.com.
Yeah, it was similar to that, but it was specifically for that
It's a great
school.
website.
I was like, fuck. I really wish I would have paid attention to that, because I would have never taken that dude's class. But, you know, tried to give him the fair shake, but he wasn't having it. He was just a piece of shit. In fact, I'm kind of hoping he's dead right now. Because
Yeah, I had a
shouldn't
guy
be
like
teaching
that too.
people.
I literally went to school for computer science, and that guy, like, made me change my mind because of what a fucking unhappy motherfucker he was. I was like, yep, I don't want to do this.
And it wasn't even about the dude being unhappy. He was just a cocksucker of a professor. Like,
Yeah, this guy was an asshole, too. He was just a dick.
I'm like, what it seemed like to me was he was probably a guy who was expecting to go into the field of chemistry and actually do something with his life, but he wasn't quite good enough, but he thought he was. So, well, those who can't do, teach, right?
Yep.
I think everyone's had a bad experience with a professor. I had a couple fucking assholes in university. Fuck.
Yeah, like, and I had other asshole teachers, but they were still willing to fucking at least give you the fucking help when you're requesting clarification on something. But, I mean, that dude, fuck him. Like, no love lost at all. I don't mince words.
Yeah,
on that shit.
my guy had, like, the thickest accent and, like, knew it because people were always like, can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? It's like, he had no, like, he was unapologetic about it. He wasn't like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, he was just like, like, he was, like, deep fucking sigh of, like, why do I have to repeat it? It's like, bro, you sound like fucking Jar Jar Binks, like, after a fucking boxing match, dude. Like, seriously, he was, it was like Visual Basic Application Programming 2. It was like my second semester in, like, where I was getting into, like, learning how to program and shit. And this guy, he would be like, okay, class, today we're gonna talk about the C+ language. And we're going to talk about the syntax of this function. And with the function, and you'd be like, wait. What was that again? The function is... you just go on. Like, what? And then he would rattle off this whole thing. And at the end, he would cross his arms and he would go, question. Like, do you have any questions? But he would just say, question. And the only person in the class who fucking understood anything was a Korean girl. Like, she's the only one who had no problems. And she would go around the class and help people. He would not help people. He's just like, you're on your own. I gave you what you need. Use the textbook. And then the fucked up thing is we paid $100 for the textbook for that class. He didn't even go buy it half the time. Like, dude, why the fuck did I spend all this money on this goddamn book?
Wow.
Yeah.
You ever have any professors that start the first class off with, half of you are going to fail? You know?
Oh,
Way to go, buddy.
Thankfully.
Yep.
Oh, I had winners. I was in history. I was a history major. Oh, winner, chicken dinner with these guys.
Wow. Half of you are going to fail.
Oh, man, I'll never forget Fred Bodie, man. He was U.S. history prof. This guy was a motherfucker through and through, you know. He'd brag about how he'd fail people. 'Cause he used to teach at Chapel Hill, I think at North Carolina,
Yeah,
maybe?
that's North Carolina.
Okay, and he'd brag how he'd fail students and they'd fucking shipped off to Vietnam. He was a real fucker, you know.
Wow. Yeah, that's the kind of scumbag you don't want as an instructor. If you're bragging about something like that because you got some dude shipped off to Vietnam, possibly killed.
Yeah. Well, I got into it with another one of my U.S. history profs because he dodged the draft, came up here to Canada, and he's bragging about it. And I said, "You're a real motherfucker." And he freaked when I said that because I said, "You know what? Some poor fucking black kid, poor white kid, poor Latino kid is right now in a fucking rice paddy, or was in the rice paddy in Vietnam, while you fucking sat eating croissants in Montreal." You know, I was fucking mad.
Oh,
That really pissed me off.
Oh, yeah.
I hate when people get away, try to do shit like that. It bothers me to no end. Anyways, so I was
good.
in that class long.
I like that.
Not too
Not harsh.
hardy?
No, not for me at least.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. I might actually add in some of that natural lemonade, honestly. A percent or two, maybe. Try to make this again, but it's good. I'm digging it.
Nice.
Can't remember which lemonade it was, but I tried it. It's like fucking just ripped up my throat.
I'm also vaping this at really low watts. This is only 50 watts. The coil that I put in here, I had random braided wire from, I think it might have been from Nurse Vapes, possibly from like 5 or 6 years ago. So I was like, let's see what, let's just fucking throw caution to the wind. Let's just wrap a big old coil and see what happens. And it came out to point like 3.2. So 50 watts has been good for it. I mean, it's doing
Sounds
fine.
good.
Sounds angry.
Got none of those Ching Chong China coils that Adam usually rocks.
And then in here, this is waiting for something special. Oh, it's a
Jesus.
big old
Lumi.
Lumi braid.
Lumi braid.
Jesus. I haven't
5
seen one of those in
millimeter.
years.
You could tell that a mile away.
Yeah.
4 wraps, 5 millimeter ID. Just to prove it, here's a 5 millimeter crochet needle that I used to wrap it on. There you go.
See, I use a drill bit.
That works too.
Comes out.
Lumi
5
sent
point
me these
something.
from Wish because I didn't have a 5 millimeter rod of like anything. I didn't have a 5 millimeter drill bit. And she was like, "Hold on, I'll just order you some crochet rods from Wish."
You probably
And,
could have got away with even a fucking golf tee, to be honest.
Sizes on them. Well, I didn't have those either. And
I always have those on hand.
I just had the whole set, so now I have all of them. Just wrap my coils around these.
Which reminds me.
They're perfect.
My son asked me to take him golfing. I said, all right, dude. He's like, "You buying this time with all your birthday money?" Are we gonna play 18? I was like, "Yeah, if I'm going to play, I'm gonna play 18." Well, what if I don't
This
want
is
to
a
play
big boy
18?
in it.
Well, then you can sit in the cart for the other 9. That's fine.
There's the big boy in there.
I don't even know what
hold
this
on, let me,
size this drill bit is. Probably 3/8.
Substantial coil in there.
Oh, yeah.
He's a chucking.
Fucking tits, brother.
Chugging tits.
Jesus. I haven't heard that in a while.
Fuck super guy over here.
Me and RJ were on a mission last week trying to find any trace of Rip Trippers as Super Dude. And I think he has erased it from existence. Honestly, I think he succeeded. There is no trace of it anywhere. I mean, we were solidly looking for a while. Like, damn, man. Only got to watch it a few times and laughed at it. And showed a few other people. I was like, look what Rip Trippers does now. Did not find it anywhere. I mean, I searched high and low for that shit. I was disappointed. I wanted to see it again. It was really funny. Tried really hard. Quite make it. Oh shit, is today the 21st?
Yep.
Fuck!
What?
Comic book orders due for the month.
Oh, shit.
Order due date for May 25. Pre-orders is 5/21/25. Yep.
Well, you better get that shit done.
I have my cart already.
Wow.
Jesus.
Fucking nerd.
It gets whittled. Like, this is just like, there's like fucking 3 covers of different issues and shit. I get rid of like a bunch, so this will get whittled down before I order it completely tonight. Except for Spider-Man, those all get ordered. It's required.
Alright, boys. I said I was going to make something, and I don't think I am now. Oh, well. So what happens when we go off on a fucking tangent for... I don't even know how the fuck we got here, but we did at some point. Yeah, I'll be back next week, which will be after Memorial Day for those of you that are in the States. I don't know if Memorial Day's on the same day in other countries. Probably not, but it is this Monday coming up the 26th, which means I have a nice long 3-day weekend.
Sweet.
Then we'll be back next week, Wednesday. Like I said earlier, no I'm No Joe show tomorrow. Taking a week off, and then we'll be back the following week. Which works out nicely, because, you know, Memorial Day weekend, get 3 days to kind of do our own fucking things here.
Hope you get good weather.
Yeah, because usually Memorial Day shit. It's either shit or
Always
way too fucking hot.
Rains here.
Yeah, it's always raining or it's too fucking hot.
Always rains.
But, for those of you who are in the States, do me a favor. Remember, Memorial Day is not a day to thank people for their service. It's a day to remember the fallen.
Yep.
People who thank me for my fucking service on Memorial Day irk me to no avail. Like, they honestly piss me off. Do the right
heard
fucking
that.
thing.
That's
It's
why I don't say
not.
it.
It's not for the living. It's for the dead.
Yep.
Although I got 2
That's what Veterans Day
participation
is
trophies.
for.
I got 2 participation trophies. I was almost on it.
Jesus.
There's your dark humor for the show.
It's alright. I like dark humor, so I'll fucking go with it.
Loud.
Nice call. I wasn't quite good enough to be remembered on Memorial Day.
I got a participation award though.
Yep.
Alright.
It's an interesting way to put it.
It's kind of like the way my mom puts fucking speeding tickets. She's like, I get fast driving awards. No, Mom. You get speeding tickets because you have a lead fucking foot.
I've never heard that one before. I like that.
Yeah. She fucking... What did she say to me the other day when I was down there picking up my mower? Because I picked it up down my mom's house. She goes, I'll have you know I haven't gotten a fast driving award in 4 years now. Yeah, probably because you only had like 1 or 2 points left on your license before they took the motherfucker from you speeding so goddamn much. So you had to start acting right.
That's an expensive proposition up here, man.
Yeah.
I've never gotten a speeding ticket in my life. I've gotten a bunch of other tickets for dumb shit, but I never got a speeding ticket. Never got caught driving too fast.
The only ticket I've ever gotten for driving was for rear-ending. It was a Suzuki Sidekick on its way back to fucking Newfoundland. On the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Because my dumbass fell asleep at the wheel when I was 18 years old, and I rear-ended this little Suzuki Sidekick, which, for those of you who don't know, those are like the... What is it? The Geo
Trackers?
Yeah, they're similar to a Geo Tracker.
Yeah.
Really tiny little SUV. Push the back seat in that fucking thing forward like 2.5 inches. Luckily, I didn't kill anybody, and there were kids in the back seat, and they were fine, which was fucking scary at 18 years old.
Ooh, yeah. Oh my god.
So I
shit in your pants.
To be honest, and at 18, I think what it cost me like $800 in fines from them. And the Pennsylvania troopers wanted to take me to fucking jail because, well, we're afraid you're going to skip out on the ticket. At the time I was in the military, I'm like,
sorry.
this is where I'm stationed. This is my chain of command's telephone number. I'm not hard to find. You're gonna get paid, dude. Oh, are you gonna tell your chain of command about it? No, I'm just gonna pay the ticket and go on my fucking way. I'm not hurt. Nobody else is hurt. Nobody died. But yeah, fun stuff. So.
Those newfies must have been real thrilled with you.
No, they were not. They were pretty pissed.
Did you understand a word they said?
They do have a thick ass accent over there, don't they?
It was a little rough. I'm not gonna lie.
I can just imagine what they said.
I felt even worse
cartoonish.
because they were on their way home from fucking Disney with their kids.
Oh no.
What a way to end a fucking fun family vacation by getting fucking rear-ended by a jackass who fell
They
asleep.
drove all the way from Newfoundland to Florida and back?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm guessing they probably did some sightseeing along the way. Like, once they just didn't want to talk to me and I had the fucking police there, I was like, alright, that's fine. Whatever. My buddy that was in the car who was supposed to be driving at the time got thrown off the back seat because he was fucking sleeping. I'm like, hey man, I'm fucking tired. You need to take over. No man, you got this. Worst part was, I remember seeing a sign before I fell asleep that said rest area 2 miles. I was like, okay, I'll just pull off in the rest area and we'll be fine. When I hit them and we got pulled over, I saw the exit like fucking 400 yards in front of us. Oh, God damn it. I was this fucking close to making it to the rest area where I could just sleep in the car.
Wow.
Yeah. My buddy wasn't happy with me either because it was his brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee that I fucking just crushed the shit out of. So it cost me $800 in tickets and then a fucking $500 deductible. $1,300 later, I was free and clear.
That's a lot of money back then.
Yeah, that was 2000 and was that 2002-ish? Somewhere in there. Yeah, that was a good chunk of change for me back then.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I still would love to have seen those newfies, what they said.
dude,
Oh my god. Holy Lord, thundering Jesus, boy, like it.
there was only a couple words that I really understood in there, and most of them were fucking them cussing at me. Which, perfectly alright. I deserved it. Let me have it. My only concern was that nobody was hurt. Luckily, at the time, I was already medically trained, so had somebody been hurt, I could have treated them on the spot, but nobody was hurt, so that's good enough for me. And I don't even remember their fucking names. And honestly,
I just can't imagine.
I hope they don't remember mine.
I mean, it's like a 14-hour ferry ride from the mainland to get to Newfoundland. And I think that's the short ferry. I think there's another one that's like 24 hours.
Jesus
Fucking crazy
Christ.
to get there.
But it's a pretty much an entire day to go from the island to fucking mainland, and then what, 2 days probably to get down to Florida.
Yeah, because from like the tip of from they probably, I'm guessing that comes in Maine is where they came through.
Well, yeah, they
Maine
would
or
come,
upper portion of New York, one of the two.
the ferry dock is in Nova Scotia. Then you pass through Nova Scotia, pass through New Brunswick, then come into Maine.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they would have, and from Maine down to Florida, you're looking at probably 20, 24
Yeah, it's around
hours
there.
of driving. So yeah, probably 2 days with kids in the car, 12 hours at a shot, just once they got into the States. But yeah, they didn't die, so that's good enough for me. And their car was somehow still drivable, which don't know how that was possible, but you know.
Probably bounced off the front of your vehicle.
Yeah, I thought I fucking hit a deer is what I thought happened, because it fucking jolted me up, and I'm looking for the fucking fur, and then I see these fucking taillights kind of swerving a little bit, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like shit. What are you gonna do? You make dumb mistakes when you're 18. And what was the worst part? I think I had like 3 fucking energy drinks in me at that point already too. So my heart was about to fucking explode because I was trying to stay awake. And no, still didn't fucking make her. Oh well. Anyhow, we're gonna call it a day. Love y'all. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I will try to remember to mix something next week. At least you got a recipe out of me last week, and from the sounds of it, it turned out good. So yeah.
I liked it.
8:30 Central Time next week, I will be back, and I will be prepared to mix something next week. I'll probably mix something tomorrow, just so that way I have something to throw in my pod and in my old dinosaur RDA.
Yeah, us old fucking vapors.
And just to make this easy, we're gonna give one more shout out to fucking Norm on the way out. We're getting theme from Cheers on the way out again.
Hell yeah.
Love y'all. See y'all next week.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get